Hello students, in this video lecture I am going to address an important question, and that question is how to find out whether two finite PO sets are isomorphic or not. That is, if we are given two PO sets which are finite, which means that they have finite number of elements, then what is the way to find out whether those two PO sets are order isomorphic or not. Now, before we answer this question, and before I tell you how to answer this question, let me just consider an example. Let me consider an example of set X consisting of three elements, 1, 2, 3. So capital X is a set consisting of three elements, and let me consider the power set of X, that is the set of all subsets of X. And we know that the power set of X with respect to inclusion relation, which is this, the power set of X with respect to the inclusion relation, this we know is a PO set. So that we already know. Now, if you precisely write the elements of power set of X, then because X has three elements, so the power set, which is the set of all subsets of X, has 2 to the power 3, which is 8 elements. And these 8 elements are precisely these: the empty set phi, then singletons, that is the subsets of X having one element each, the set 1, the set 2, the set 3, and then the subsets of X having 2 elements each, which means the set 1, 2, set 1, 3, and set 2, 3, and the set X itself consisting of all 3 elements. Now, if you draw the hash diagram of this PO set, this is very much a finite PO set, and if you draw the hash diagram, then in my earlier videos I have already explained it many times in many videos, that the hash diagram of power set of X with respect to inclusion relation. Inclusion relation is the relation contained. A set A is related to B if A is contained in B. So this is the inclusion relation. So with respect to this inclusion relation, this is how the hash diagram of power set of X looks, where phi is at the bottom, because phi is related to every subset. If you take phi and if you take any subset A of X, let me make this whole thing full screen. Okay, so if you take A to be any subset of X, which means that A belonging to the power set of X is any member, then in that case we know that phi is contained in A, which means that phi is less than any element of power set of X. So phi will be on the left always, which means that so phi is here on the left, which means phi is at the bottom. So phi is the bottommost element. And again, if you consider X and if you take A to be any subset of X, which means A belongs to a power set of X, then we know that A is contained in X for all A belonging to the power set of X, and that is why because every A is related to X, so this means that X is at the top, it is the topmost element. So phi is at the bottom, X is at the top. These singleton elements are at the same level because phi is contained in all three of them, and then 1 and 2, singleton 1 and singleton 2 are contained in 1, 2. So that is why there is a line joining that is why there is a line between 1 and 1, 2, and 2 and 2 and 1, 2 again. So there is a line between these two, and there is a line between these two, just because one is contained, singleton 1 is contained in 1, 2, and singleton 2 is contained in 1, 2. For the same reason, this 1 is contained in 1, 3, and 3 is contained in 1, 3. So these elements are connected. And 2, 3, again 2, 3, the set consisting of just 2, 3 is connected with this element and this element. Both the singletons are contained in 2, 3. So there is a line between this singleton and this element, and this singleton and this element. So and all the elements, all the subsets of X having 2 elements are at the same level. And now X is at the top. So this we know how to draw the hash diagram. We have done it so many times. And now if you just express this whole thing using this is a small model of the hash diagram. It is actually a cube. You can just say that this hash diagram which I am showing you on the screen, the hash diagram of power set of x, this resembles a cube. In fact, this is a cube, and if you just hold this cube like this is a small model of the diagram, and now the cube is like this, and where x is, phi is at the bottom and x is at the top. So these are all magnets. These balls are all magnets, and these sticks are also magnets. So this model has been made with the help of magnets. So we know that this particular model is the model of a cube, and it represents and if you hold it like this, it will clearly represent the diagram which I have shown on the screen, and this represents the hash diagram of the power set of x. So this is something we already know. Now coming to another example, this was one example. Now coming to another example, let me consider the PO set 2, which is the chain of two elements, and chain of two elements looks something like this. Just see, it looks something like this. These are the two elements, and this stick represents the relation between them. Again, this is these are pieces of magnets which have been joined together to form a chain of two elements. And now I am interested in finding out what is the hash diagram of 2 cross 2. What is the hash diagram of the product of two chains of two elements. So when you are drawing the hash diagram, then for a product PO set, then in that case what you have to do is, this is your 2, this is your 2, because actually what you do, the method is that if you want to draw the hash diagram for 2 cross 2, then you have to take this particular chain of two elements, and then at every vertex of this chain you have to place a copy of this particular PO set, which is again a chain of two elements. So which means that I take this chain of two elements, this is the chain of two elements, I take it, and at this vertex I place the chain of two elements, and at this vertex I place the chain of two elements. And when I do that, because actually this vertex is a common vertex, so when I do that, the hash diagram would look something like this. Here, when I have done this whole thing, then this is the resulting figure which I get, but still we have not obtained the hash diagram for the for 2 cross 2. In order to obtain the hash diagram for 2 cross 2, you have to join the corresponding vertices, which means that I have to take one more stick and I just need to join like this. So now this is the hash diagram for 2 cross 2, if you can see, right? So this is your these are magnets, so they are sticking together with each other. Okay, let me separate them out. Okay, so something like this you have. Okay, something like this. So this is what you have. Okay, so this is your 2, this is 2, and then I have joined the corresponding vertices. Now once you have done that, now I have found out the hash diagram for 2 cross 2. Now once you have found out the hash diagram for 2 cross 2, now I am interested in finding out the this is the hash diagram for 2 cross 2. Now I am interested in finding out the hash diagram for 2 cross 2 cross 2, which means that at every vertex of this was your 2 cross 2, this was your 2 cross 2. Now in order to find out 2 cross 2 cross 2, at every vertex of this 2 cross 2 I have to place 2, which means the chain of two elements, and then I have to join the corresponding vertices like this, and something like this, I get a cube. So something like this will be obtained. Let me see if I can make this comfortably, because these are all magnets and they are sticking to each other, so it's very difficult without help to form a diagram like this. So I'm placing see, I'm placing here, so we get something like this. You can just see, this is 2 cross 2, this is 2 cross 2, and I have just at every vertex I have put a chain, and now you just have to add the corresponding vertices. The moment you add join the corresponding vertices, you arrive at a cube. And let's see how we get a cube. See, it's coming in shape. something like this. And yeah, see, almost a cube, almost something like this. See, this is a cube and this is 2 cross 2 cross 2, and this was your power set of X, and the hash diagrams are alike. This is the power set of X, and this is the of course you have to hold the hash diagram like this, because there are no horizontal lines in the hash diagram, so you have to hold the diagram like this, and this you have to hold it like this one. But both of them are alike, both of them are cubes, both of them are alike. Just see, both of them are alike. One is the power set of X, the other one is 2 cross 2 cross 2. So hash diagram of both the PO sets are alike. So if you consider this one, so from this whole illustration we have that if you take the hash diagram of 2 cross 2 cross 2, and if you take the hash diagram of power set of X, here of course here the relation is the usual less than equal to relation, here the relation is the inclusion relation, then we have seen that their hash diagrams are identical, and this tells me that both the PO sets are isomorphic. And why is this whole thing coming? This is just because of the result which we have, and that result is this, that two finite sets are order isomorphic if and only if they have identical hash diagrams, which means that if you are given two finite PO sets, this should be PO sets. So if you are given two finite PO sets, then those PO sets will be order isomorphic if they have the same hash diagram. So if the PO sets are order isomorphic, then their hash diagrams will be same or identical, and if the PO sets, finite PO sets, have identical hash diagrams, then they will be order isomorphic. So this result is if and only if, which means that it is true both the ways. The converse part is also true. So this result is used to find out if two P1 and P2 are two finite PO sets that are given to us. We can easily make out whether they are isomorphic or not. We can draw their hash diagrams, or you can make the hash diagram the way I have done with magnets, and then if the hash diagrams come out to be identical, then these two finite PO sets are same. They are order isomorphic, and if the converse is asked, which means that if you are given two PO sets P1 and P2, and if they are given to be order isomorphic, then we can easily conclude about their hash diagrams, that the hash diagrams will be identical. So that is what I had to explain in this video lecture.